Yo, 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 UFC Unfiltered Adults Take, UFC 311 predictions, and post-fight thoughts. Um, so I placed a total of $120 on bets, paid out 315. I'm up 195. Excuse me. 5 out of 11 of my bets lost by one leg. Most of those were because of Peyton Talbot, and I am not happy with him. So first off, we got Tajir Yulan Baka versus Clayton Carpenter. As you know, I had Tajir to win by decision. I was pretty impressed. About 7 minutes of control time, 3 for 6 on his takedowns. Clayton had his good moments, but he just couldn't pull through. Tajir was just ready for it. So yeah, I went 9 for 12 total on all of my predictions. I stayed away from that Kevin Holland fight, so I'm not counting that. Um, and I hope you guys stayed away as well. Unless you had Day Ritter to win, then good for you, but I'll probably never bet on Kevin Holland again. Also, want to let you guys know that this is take 2 on this video. I just spent 15 minutes recording, and something did not work, so yeah. The Tercio versus Sopaj fight, I was impressed. I had Bernardo by KO, but he didn't come through. He had a strong fight, good fight. He had really good blows and shots on Ricky, but Ricky can take a punch. I'll say that much. Um, I was impressed by his gas tank. He kept going. He honestly felt like his gas tank was only getting better as the fight went on. So I was impressed. So I'm 2 for 2 on the early prelims so far. Was not happy with this Nakamura performance. He looked like he was in the best shape possible, and he wasn't aggressive. He was smiling more than he was fighting. Let's just say that. Gavarov, I will give him props. That was a beautiful fight. Masterclass, honestly. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say about Nakamura. I was just stunned. That was not how I expected it to go. But these early fights, the early prelims, if you missed out, I feel bad for you because they were pretty good fights. So we're 2 for 3 so far. The Eileen Perez fight, if you remember correct, I had her to win by decision at plus 275 and the money line, and she came through. 4 minutes of control time, 2 for 8 on the takedowns. At a plus 205, why would you not bet her? Carol Rosa, she had a good striking performance, but she just couldn't hold it down. Eileen she may or may not have manhandled her. So good for her. She helped me out on my bets. I'm 3 for 4 on the early prelims. Go sub to her OnlyFans if you're a real one. All right, on to the normal prelims. We have Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. I had the Grant Dawson money line, and I was happy with his performance. 195 out of 269 total strikes. That is a beautiful performance. As well as, like, how do you get that many strikes with about 11 minutes of control time in a 3-round fight? How do you do that? That is unbelievable. 6 for 11 on takedowns. That is gorgeous. That was a beautiful performance by Grant Dawson. I know he called out uh, uh, Dariush. Yeah, I'm sorry. My brain just fogged right there. But Benil versus Grant Dawson, that'll be a good fight. On to the next one. So we're 1 for 1 on the early, or for the normal prelims. Bogdan Guskov versus Billy Elkana. I will say I was impressed with Billy in the first round. He came out pretty aggressive. He was throwing punches. He was doing good. He had his control time as well, but second round come around and he was just not looking like he was ready to be there. He must have taken a liver shot, and Bogdan just, excuse me, I don't know what I ate. But Guskov, beautiful performance after the first round. The first round was a little ugly, but he had some good strikes, and then he went for that guillotine, and Billy basically just gave it to him. So yeah, I don't know what Billy had going on there for his debut, but it was not impressive. So we're 2 for 2 so far. Then we got Zachary Reese versus Asmat Bekov. If you tuned into that last video, you know that I had Asmat winning that fight. I was pretty confident in him, especially after the Dumas back out. I think Reese would have had it if it was a Dumas matchup, but again, those Russians, they come out different. They're strong, they're prepared, they're mentally prepared more than anyone. Yeah, his decision and KO was at plus 225, and if you bid on that, I hope you did. You probably won some good money. So we're 3 for 3 on these prelims, and then come down to this. Was not happy with Peyton Talbot's performance. His takedown defense was horrid. I do not recommend you watch that fight if you're a Talbot fan or if you bet on him. Minus 300 or 1,300 odds. Never again should odds be that high for anybody. That was disgusting. He got outclassed by Barcelos, the Brazilian dude. Like, I mean, he's not a bad fighter either. I said he has a shot. Like, he could hang around. He had about 10 minutes of control time, 8 for 15 takedowns. He outstruck Talbot, and he came home with that decision win. That was just I don't know what Peyton Talbot was doing, but dude was not doing any takedown defense practices. So we are 6 for 8 so far on these prelims. Headed into the pay-per-view card, if you remember correctly, I stayed away from the Kevin Holland fight. I'm a huge Holland fan, but when it comes to betting, he's on the no bet list. He doesn't have what it takes in some fights. I mean, it just really depends on who he's matching up with. I don't think he's fit for the 185 weight class. De Ritter, as I mentioned, quote for quote, I said if De Ritter can get him on the ground, he can sub him. And that's exactly what happened. First round sub, came out hot. It was, I mean, Kevin wasn't looking bad. He just, dude, you got to keep the dude up on his feet. So yeah, now I'm never betting on Holland again in my life. And then the Jalton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. Kind of what have I expected? I really expected a submission by Almeida, but it is what it is. He had some solid punches. It was a good first round until Spivak got on his stomach and just tried waiting. He didn't even try to cover himself. He waited out the last 10 seconds. The ref stopped it with 7 seconds left. It is what it is. Almeida came through. He helped my prediction thoughts, so I'm happy. 1 for 1 on the pay-per-view card. Almeida did call out Tom Aspinall. I don't see that fight going in Almeida's favor. I don't think he can hang with the big dogs, but hey, to each his own. He can go for what he wants. I know he wants that belt, but I don't think he has what it takes. On to the next fight. I did predict this to be fight of the night. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Yuri got the performance of the night. But if Merab fight wasn't as good, this fight would have been it all day. Jamal Hill all he really had was a couple punches and an eye poke. He really didn't impress me one bit. I mean, those 2 knee straps or whatever he had on, not for you, bud. Not for you. Yuri was weaving in and out. I did like that. I liked the striking. He did pretty well. As far as that, I really liked that fight. It was a good TKO. It was impressive. Yuri called out Alex Pereira for a third fight. I see Pereira finishing Yuri one more time. But other than that, I was impressed with the fight. It was beautiful. 101 strikes for 170 total on Yuri. That is impressive. It was a good fight overall, and I'm excited for his next one. On to the next fight, we have Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I had Umar. I was sad to see him lose. I heard he broke his hand in the first round. He came out hot, took the first takedown. I expected Merab to do all that takedown. I mean, he went 7 for 30 on takedowns, which I was not impressed with. I was more impressed with Umar's defense, his takedown defense. Their striking was similar. I mean, Merab obviously threw more and he landed more, but it was a good fight. Merab's gas tank is unmatched. Nobody can stick around with him. I was impressed with that, I will say. I will give him his respect now. After these last 2 fights Merab has had, I bet against him, and I am never doing that again. Although I had 2 bets that would have cashed if Umar won by decision for $721. So what I did was I went ahead and hedged 2 $25 bets for Merab to win and to win by decision, and I ended up cashing for $315. So I didn't have any parlays hit, just straight bets. I might have to stick to straight bets, honestly, after this. Islam, he got it done. Moicano just did not have the camp that he needed to stick around with Islam. I expected the fight to go at least 3 rounds, and that was a bad take. Bad take. Beautiful Darce choke by Islam with a minute left in the fight. His odds were where they should have been for the champ. He's the best fighter ever, possibly. Um, he in the lightweight class, I will say he's unmatched. Nobody can stick around with him. Even Dana White said he's his number one pound for pound, so that's saying something. And he fights as often as a champion should. So beautiful fight overall. Beautiful performance by Islam, I should say. I don't want to say it was a good fight because I paid for the pay-per-view and I was hoping for something more exciting, but it is what it is. Um, so yeah, overall we went 9 for 12 on my predictions, which I'm pretty happy with. I just need to lock in on the bets more, make some smarter parlays, or even start straight betting. But as far as that, 311 was a freaking good fight card. I don't know if we'll see another fight card this good for a few months, to be honest. I'm not looking forward to Duplessis versus Strickland fight card. I mean, that fight itself might be good, but I'm not a fan of the card itself. We don't have a fight card or a fight night this next weekend, but the following week, February 1st, we will be seeing Adesanya. He usually is on pay-per-views. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm excited for that fight. Should be a good one. I'll probably get a video out for that. It might be a little less than what I brought the first vid, just because it's not a pay-per-view. But as far as that, I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. All the fights were freaking amazing. If you missed out, I feel bad. Maybe go buy a UFC Fight Pass. Go watch what you missed out on, and stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment, share the video if you would. I'm gonna give a little shout out to my homie's new hoodie brand. It's called Flavors. Can't really see, but new hoodie line. This hoodie's called Mocha. On the back it says Flavors. The color is kind of like mocha. If you like this, feel free to leave a comment. I can get you in contact with my buddy. And yeah, stay tuned. UFC Unfiltered Dalt's Take out.